Hello everyone, this is EB, and this is a quick little vlog video that I decided to do. If you have seen my video where I talked about the stuff I got for Christmas, you would have seen, at the very end, I revealed my favorite gift, tickets to see the Killers perform live in Chicago. At the time of recording this video, I just got back from Chicago. I saw the Killers perform last night, and it was pretty awesome. Originally I wanted to do like a special vlog video where I show clips and pictures from everything that I've done on vacation, and I also wanted to show clips from the event itself. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to do what I originally had planned because I've been having a lot of copyright issues on my channel. The last video I uploaded, my top 15 best gorilla songs, it got a copyright claim. It was blocked, despite the fact that it was under fair use. I filed a dispute against the copyright claim on my Gorillaz video. So far, the copyright disputes that I've been submitting, they've been pretty successful for me. I've been having some good luck with those. I've, not including the Gorillaz video, I got 5 copyright strikes on videos before, and out of all the disputes that I've sent, only one of them that came back said that the video couldn't be put back. I have good faith that the Gorillaz video should be up, no problem. But despite the fact that I have good faith that fair use is on my side and all that, I think it would still be wise to best avoid any more copyright problems. Because the thing about live performances and concerts is they don't want you to bring cameras in and they don't want you to record. I know that people don't follow that rule. Like, you could find tons of live videos of performers live at concerts on YouTube. You can find tons of them. You can find lots of them for the Killers, definitely. However, even though people already haven't followed that rule, and so far people have uploaded those videos and have gotten in trouble for it, I still didn't want to poke the bear, if you will. I didn't want to risk it, so I decided, it's probably best if I play it safe and just not do that. I have all the footage on my phone. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I don't plan on deleting it because those are precious memories. But what I will do is I will give a little talk video where I talk about my experience in Chicago and watching the Killers perform live. First things first, this is a 4-day trip. I'm only going to be talking about 2 days. Sunday was me and my family packing up and leaving for Chicago. We didn't do much on that day. We just got our stuff and left. Monday and Tuesday is us going around the city, looking at some landmarks, taking pictures, stuff like that. Tuesday is me and my mom watching the concert live. And then today, Wednesday, we packed up and we came home. And our dogs are happy to see us too. I don't think it would make a very interesting video talking about Sunday and Wednesday, us coming here and us leaving. Not much interesting stuff to talk about. So I'm just going to focus on Monday and Tuesday. Not much happened on Monday, or at the very least, I don't remember that much occurring on Monday. The most that happened is that we went around the city, we took a look at some landmarks. The highlight of Monday was we all went ice skating. It was my first time ice skating, and all I could say is I don't plan on ice skating again. My dad and my older sister, they did not ice skate. My older sister, she decided not to because I think it's because she wasn't very good at it. My dad, I think it's because he has an injury in his knee. And looking back, I probably should have used that excuse because I dislocated my kneecap a few years ago. And I probably should have used that excuse to say, well, maybe it's not such a good idea because of my knee. But I didn't. I decided, you know what? I'm just going to go out there and try it. This is something I've never done before. It should be fun. Let's just, even if I'm not very good at it, it's worth trying out just to see if it's something I'm interested in. And I tried it, and I'm not doing it again. My older brother, I think he got a hold of it real quick. My mom and my little sister, they were good at it, obviously. And me, the whole time, I was holding onto the rail, like, just gripping onto the rail and slowly pulling myself around the ice rink. Not really ice skating, just slowly pulling myself around the whole thing. I circled around it once before I decided I'm getting off. And that my mom and then my little sister decided eventually that they had enough, so then they left. And my little brother went until the thing was closed so that they can scrape all the ice off the rink. And after that, I think we went back to our hotel and ate. I can't remember if we went to a restaurant. No, we went back to a hotel, I think. I can't remember. It's been a few days ago. My memory's a little jogged. I just remembered this happening, actually. We went to an Italian restaurant for dinner that night. My little brother, he was ordering his food. He was asking for an appetizer. And the waitress, there were two options for appetizer between salad or soup, and the waitress asked my brother, "What do you want for a side, soup or salad?" My little brother, however, misheard her and believed that she was saying super salad. So she would say super salad, and he was like, "Yeah," and then she would say super salad. And he would say, "Yeah, I want that one." And then she would say, "Super salad." And he's like, "Yes, that one." And the mom was like, "Dustin, she's saying soup or salad." And he was like, "Oh, salad." This was really funny. It reminded my mom of the Who's On First skit by, I can't remember the names because my memory doesn't work. But it was actually really funny. We wouldn't stop giving him crap about it when he got his food, and the next day we still kept giving him crap about it. It was real funny. So Tuesday is when things start actually picking up a bit. That morning on Tuesday, me and my little brother found a show on the History Channel. It was this UFO conspiracy nut show. It's basically a bunch of people who believe in UFO conspiracies talking nonsense about UFO stories. They were getting a lot of information wrong. They were using a lot of logical fallacies in their arguments. They had biased sources for everything they talked about. It was a show that kind of made me angry with just how stupid and ridiculous it was. But me and my little brother, we had fun making fun of the show. We had fun tearing it apart and criticizing the stupid things that everyone was talking about and criticizing everything that they were saying. I actually recorded me and my little brother and my little sister 15 minutes of us talking about the show, talking about why it's stupid. And I'm going to be uploading that to YouTube pretty soon, so expect that. So a few hours after me and my little brother made fun of the UFO conspiracy show, we went to a mall in Chicago. And I remember the first store I went into was a Lego store, which was pretty awesome. Because I'd never been to a Lego store before. The closest I've ever been to a Lego store in my life was a Lego aisle in either Walmart or Target. I think in Target I've seen just both sides are Lego products. But in Walmart I think it's just only half of one side is Lego products and everything else is non-Lego stuff. So when it comes to shopping for Legos, usually I would have stores that didn't have many options. This is the first Lego store I've been to, and I would like to see a Lego store open up close to where I am because it was pretty cool. Like before we even went into the store, there was this big display. It was iconic buildings from Chicago built in Lego, and they were incredibly big and they're incredibly detailed. They looked awesome. I got those on my phone. I'll show them on screen right now so you can see what they look like. It's just awesome. Really detailed. I could never build anything that good with Legos in my life. I don't have enough Legos to build something like that. I don't have enough pieces for that. Like, if you want me to build something like that, give me a few thousand extra pieces because I don't have enough for that. Along with the detailed buildings of Chicago, there are also these mosaic art pieces. And my favorite one is this mosaic. It's the Chicago skyline at night. And it's an absolutely beautiful piece of art. Like, the way they do the reflection in the water, the colors, it just looks amazing. It should be on screen right now so you can see what it looks like. It's just incredible. And then right next to that, there is this Lego minifigure character built entirely out of Lego pieces. and it's incredibly detailed. It's incredibly well put together. Once you actually get into the Lego store, um, it's like my personal heaven. Like there's tons of Lego sets on display. There's this big Lego Stormtrooper, incredibly detailed, made of tons of pieces, and there's also Lego lightsabers in a bucket. And they have these big Lego sets on display. Lego sets that I would never be able to find in a Walmart or a Target. Like huge, detailed sets are incredible. That the only time I could ever see those sets was pictures online, and now I'm seeing them in person. And it's like it's an unreal experience, and the way the whole thing is set up, it's incredibly well organized. It's just awesome. There's tons of great sets, tons of stuff that I would never be able to see before if it wasn't for me going to a Lego store. It's incredible. I would like to see a Lego store open up close to where I am. I want to see more. I want to see more stuff like that. It was awesome. Like it was so cool. For those of you who don't know anything about Lego stores, first off, I pity you. Go to a Lego store, you will not be disappointed. Second off, there's these little displays where you can create your own Lego minifigures. And I have 3 right here. Actually, 2 of them are mine. This one's my little brother's. It's supposed to be him, but I don't think it's a very good replica. First off, the hair piece I think is wrong. Second off, the terrified look as a default. Well, while it is a goofy face, and I don't think it's something that I would have ever come across if it wasn't for going to a Lego store, I don't think it's really a good representation of what my brother looks like. But other than that, it's a cool figure. The next one, this one I made. The next 2 I made. This is like an ancient king. There's really not much to say about this one. It has this cool crown piece. Like the crown is perched on the hair. It has a nice sword. It's a really neat figure. And this one is my favorite. It is a space police officer. He has futuristic armor. He has a futuristic gun. This is how I made it out the store. But when I got home, I decided to upgrade it a bit to make it look more like a futuristic police weapon. So I did that. Gave it little police sirens on the side. I gave it a little black piece in front to bulk it out a bit. And now it's a proper space police officer. The only downside to these figures, I guess, is there's no printing on the back. Dustin has printing on his back, which is disappointing, but whatever. One thing I am disappointed about with my whole Lego store experience is that there's this Lego keychain stands. Basically, Lego minifigures like this that had a little chain at the top so you could attach them to your backpacks. Even though I don't have very good experience with backpack keychains because they would always easily break on me, I still would have liked to have one of those because I won't have to worry about these ones breaking because they're Lego. I wanted to get a Darth Vader one, but never did. I wanted to, but I wanted to also be cautious about spending money because it was an expensive trip. I didn't want to waste too much money that my parents couldn't have, so I decided to go with the 3 minifigures instead of the keychain. But other than that, it was a really cool experience going to that Lego store. The next store I went into wasn't as cool. In fact, it was kind of disappointing. The store was called Gamers World. Now, based off the title of it, I thought it was going to be like a gaming store, like video game store, like Gamers or GameStop or something like that. It really wasn't. It was more kind of like a geeky merchandise store. And even though a lot of the merchandise that they had in there was cool, none of the stuff was anything I was really interested in or stuff that I was looking for. The most interesting thing about that store is they had a few Star Wars figures. I'm going to show them all on screen. There's 2 Luke ones. The first Luke figure is, I think, made of rubber. His lightsaber is like, blade is bent. This version of Luke, this toy Luke, looks like that he he came out wrong. Looks like that something went wrong with him. You know, it looks weird. And then there's another Luke figure. He has a speeder, and he looks super buff. Like, I don't remember Luke Skywalker being a bodybuilder like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He's super buff. It's like a really buff Luke. But the most insulting thing is that there was an Obi-Wan Kenobi figure, and he has a green lightsaber. Like, Obi-Wan Kenobi has a blue lightsaber. Why is his lightsaber here green? Like, what? That's just, oh man. Those are like those might have been like Chinese bootleg toys. They look like Chinese bootleg toys. First you have Obi-Wan with the wrong lightsaber, you have Rubber Luke, you have Buff Luke. Like, it was so bizarre to see too, because you had all the other merchandise that looked perfectly fine. It didn't look like it was like a cheap knockoff or anything. And then you just have these Star Wars figures that look like they were illegally made, and it's just so bizarre. So overall, the Gamers World store was kind of disappointing compared to the Lego store. The Lego store was awesome. It was probably the second best experience of this whole trip. The number one best experience of this trip is, of course, getting to see my favorite band perform live. This is the first concert I've ever been to, and apparently, according to my dad, it is rare that people get to see their favorite band as their first concert. And to get the seats that I did, the seats that I got were actually pretty good seats. We could have been closer, but they were decent. Overall, we stayed there for 2 hours. Well, we stayed there for more than 2 hours. We got ready to leave around 6:30. The show was supposed to start at 8:30, but not 8:30, 7:30. But it wasn't around until 8 o'clock when the opening performance came on. They played 4 or 5 songs. The opening performers, for those of you who don't know, was Alex Cameron, and they're pretty good songs. I might listen to more of their stuff after what I've heard from them in Chicago. It's pretty good. So then, me and my mom were the only ones who went to the concert. Everyone else stayed back at the hotel. Me and my mom, we're in the auditorium for about 20 minutes. And I tell my mom that I have to use the bathroom, and she said, "Are you sure you might miss the opening? You might miss the opening bit." It's like, it'll be fine. I just have to go. So then I go to the bathroom, and while I'm in the bathroom, emptying my bladder, I hear the crowd in the room starts cheering. I'm like, oh crap! So as soon as I'm done, I run to the bathroom. I don't even bother to wash my hands. I just run back to my section. I turn my phone on. And then I run back to my seat, and then I get there just in time, just as the show starts, and I barely missed it. They opened with Wonderful Wonderful, which is one of my favorite songs off the new album. It's like, it's incredibly surreal, dark, atmospheric. It's a great song. I really like it, and I enjoyed listening to that as their opener. And then they played The Man, which is another great song from the new album. And then they went to one of their older songs, Somebody Told Me. And when they're halfway through Somebody Told Me, they stop the song. And Brandon Flowers, the singer, he goes to the front of the stage and says, "Guys, you can't fight." There are 2 people who are fighting in the first row. And Brandon said, "Stop the song," and he's like, "Guys, you can't fight." And then he spends the next minute like saying, "Okay, guys, okay, are you calm? Okay, let's give these 2 some space. All right, deep breaths. We cool? We cool." And then they continue the song from the second verse. It was real funny. And then for the next 2 hours, me and my mom listened to the Killers play tons of their songs. They played a lot of their big songs. They also played a few smaller ones. There's this one Killer song called "This River is Wild." I think it's incredibly underrated. I think it's one of the best songs, but unfortunately not that many people know about it. And they played that at the concert. Like, that was a big surprise for me. Like, that was a pleasant surprise for me to hear them play "This River is Wild," one of my favorite Killer songs, and what I think is one of the most underrated Killer songs. So that was pretty cool. About halfway through the performance, the Killers invite the Alex Cameron, the group that they've been touring with, on stage to perform a song with them. I think it may have been one of Alex Cameron's songs. I'm not 100% sure, but it was nice to see that. It was nice to see like Brandon giving some recognition to the guys that he's touring with. I think my mom said that she's never seen that happen before, where the main event brings on the guests to perform with them. It was nice seeing that, giving the little guy a little bit of recognition. it was cool. Like I don't think you really ever see that from people, so it was nice to see that happen. So then the show continues for the next 2 hours, and finally, they get to the end, and then Brandon Flowers says, "Chicago, it's time for us to leave. We have to get to Minnesota now." And the people in the crowd, they start booing a bit, like not aggressively, just like, "Oh, we don't want you to leave." And then Brandon's like, "You guys got to get back to your lives. I know life sometimes is tough, but sometimes you just gotta look at the bright side." And they closed with Mr. Brightside, and after the song is done, Brenda says, "You've been a great audience, thank you." He walks off stage. Ronnie, the drum player, stays on for like 3 minutes straight, continuously with this aggressive drum solo, just like beating down his drums, and like it keeps doing that for 3 minutes until finally he's done, and then he goes on stage and then he talks a little bit about how great it was to be there, and then he says, "If you did not enjoy yourself tonight, tell no one. And if you did enjoy yourself tonight, tell all your friends." And then he leaves. And it was great. It was awesome. I enjoyed seeing the concert. I enjoyed listening to all those songs. There are a few songs that I wanted them to play that unfortunately they didn't get to. I specifically remember before going, I wanted to hear them play Deadlines and Commitments, which is another underrated Killer song that I really like. They didn't play it. They played a few songs from Battleborn. They didn't play Battleborn itself. I guess I'm a little upset that they didn't play that one too, because that Battleborn is just an epic song. It's absolutely fantastic. I'm also kind of disappointed they didn't play Some Kind of Love, because I would have loved to hear that song performed live, because I absolutely love Some Kind of Love. Like, it's a beautiful song, and to hear it be performed live, I really would like to have seen that. Be Still also is another one I would like to see performed live. Those are two beautiful songs. I would love to see a live performance of them. I didn't get to see them live myself, but I think there are live performances on YouTube that I can watch. But there's only so many songs that they can do. There's only so many songs that they can do in a 2-hour concert. Like, I know that they're not going to be able to get to everything, but despite that, I'm satisfied. It was a great concert. I'm glad I got to go. I'm glad I got to see my favorite band perform live. It was a good trip. I hope that maybe one day, maybe I might return to Chicago and maybe see the Killers again, or just go to another concert of any kind. It doesn't even have to be Killers. It could be any other band that I like, or any other artist I like. Overall, it was a great experience. I'm glad that I went on it, and overall, it was really fun. It was definitely a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Best Christmas gift in my life, without a shadow of a doubt. It was amazing. With that said, that's all for me for today, so come by next time. Can't wait to see you there. Until then, be out.